stress. Okay? Stop normalizing constant stress, guys. Some of y'all, some of us, some of y'all haven't relaxed in years. Not 1 year, but years. Right? Your body's sitting down, but many times your mind is still running laps in your head because mentally you have not sat down to relax in years. You wake up to bills, to news on the TV, to drama down your timeline, to drama with family or friends or strangers. You go to sleep checking the problems before you go to bed versus being relaxed, strolling, stressing, strolling, and stressing again. Eating stress, driving stress, living stress. The stress just go on and on and on. And guess what? Society made it seem so normal to be stressed out all the time. It made it normal to be overwhelmed. Like this is supposed to be some type of personality trait. Burnout became a badge of honor for so many people. Anxiety became productivity, and exhaustion became adulthood. But let me tell y'all something today. You deserve a peaceful life too. Not just wealthy people, not just influencers, not just people born into opportunity, but you deserve a peaceful life too. I deserve a peaceful life too. Your nervous system deserves a peaceful life. Your mind deserves to rest. Okay? And sometimes your spirit deserves silence. Sometimes your spirit needs that silence to just reset. Because some of us are, going super hard. Some people are surviving so hard, like going so hard that you forgot how life is supposed to feel when you truly live. Okay? So today we're just talking about how to break that cycle, how to reclaim your happiness, why constant stress is destroying people mentally. And it might be destroying you mentally right now at this moment. We're going to be talking about how to recognize your life psychologically from a dentist and a creator's perspective, of course. And I'll leave you with some small habits that can slowly get you back closer to peace in your life. Okay? So I need y'all locked in for the Hood to Hooded podcast because this conversation might help someone breathe again. All right. Don't let survival mode become your permanent personality, guys. Don't let it become your permanent state of mind, state of thinking, exhaustion until the end. That's why we have to talk about not normalizing constant stress. Regardless if people try to put constant stress on your top, you have to denormalize it, rebuke it, abandon it. Like, you just have to, get rid of it, basically. Now, welcome to the podcast, Hood to Hooded. I'm your host, Dr. Chief the Sunflower, aka Dr. Sean, a motivational dentist. Just here to give you some positive vibes to go throughout your day because we're living in those crazy times right now. But we still can be positive during all types of chaos. Do y'all feel me? What's going on? Tap those hearts, guys. We're trying to get to 1K hearts on TikTok. If you watch it on the other platforms, go ahead and tap those hearts. So why did stress become normalized? Put it in the chat. Why do y'all think stress became so normalized? Right? I mean, from a historical perspective, I mean, when we talk about colonization, their whole purpose was to break your spirit. This was repeated plenty of times. Hey, the overall goal is to break the spirit, break the spirit. So, a part of stressing is breaking your spirit because when your spirit is broken, you're not positive. You're not thinking about happiness and peace. You stress the hell out. So, how did this become normalized? Anybody in the chat, what y'all think made this normal? Somebody let me know. What y'all think made stress go crazy? Put it in the chat. So, hustle culture. Comparing yourself on social media. This can make stress become normalized. Constant notifications. This is a biggie. Survival mode. Bills controlling your identity. They should really do a study on the personality and the type of bills or subscriptions that you have, because this is controlling your identity. Never unplugging mentally. How many young people are so plugged in that they never unplug mentally because they were born into this social media era or this internet only society? What does that look like when young people, old people, everyone learns how to unplug mentally? That's so powerful. Just being able to be in control of technology versus the algorithm running you like a, you know. What about the pressure to look successful? Oh my God. Oh my God. The pressure to look successful. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? The pressure to look successful. That's a big one.
Not around here, partner. Not around here. Not around here.
Okay. Not around here. What about healthcare burnout? How many of us are in healthcare? And we know that when you're in healthcare, you cannot play around. Really, when you're in any type of care of people, you cannot play around. So a lot of times that requires you to go super hard, take on crazy shifts. You know what comes with healthcare, especially with dentistry. In a corporate setting, depending on where you're working, that could come with a lot of burnout. If you're in entrepreneurship, that could come with a lot of burnout because you're the leader. You're responsible for everything. But healthcare burnout, yeah. Entrepreneurship burnout, yes. These things can make stress feel normal because this is kind of like what's expected when you're an entrepreneur, right? You're supposed to be able to be stressed the hell out and do it all and be this superhero for your own life and make it. But we're gonna get into why that's not so good. Doom strolling. This can make stress become normal because you're constantly absorbing energy from so many people from around the world at such a fast pace. Now you're not mentally unplugging and getting in tune with who you are, what you want, and what's deep inside of you, right? The lack of sunlight in nature. Oh my God. This can make stress feel normal. When you don't get in the sun, you're not out nature, everything is just about work, home, stress, bills, that's not living. And then information overload, getting so much information, which can come from strolling all the time. You're super distracted. One moment you're looking at this, the next moment you're here, you're not centered, you're not grounded. Now your stress feels normal as hell. The things you're going through feel normal as hell because you're looking at things and you around people who make this stress feel normal as hell. Right? Some people don't need motivation. They need recovery. They need a break. They need a time to sit down and just relax. Mentally. I think we all need that. That's why stress is destroying people mentally. So let me ask you guys some questions in the chat. Thank you for following. Now let me ask y'all some questions in the chat. What stresses y'all out the most right now in this moment? What stresses you out the most right now? What is it? What has you going, round one to battle?
Round 1.
Like you in Mortal Kombat. What stresses you out the most right now? For me, I would definitely say entrepreneurship kind of is very stressful. Right? What's one thing you wish you could mentally escape from right now? What's one thing you wish you could mentally escape from right now? For me, what I wish I could mentally escape from oh, right now, what I wish I could mentally escape from right now, honestly, I wish I could just take a vacation to an island for like a month. Right now, that's a wish, right? Hard to choose. There's so much. What's up, Love Loves Me? What's up, Big Bay 81? Morning, OCO. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling on the TikTok? Me too. Yeah, I need like a whole month, y'all. Like 2 weeks, 1 week. That ain't gonna be enough. So what's one thing you wish you could mentally escape from right now? What is it? And my last question for us is, when is the last time you truly felt peaceful? When is the last time you truly felt like, dang, I'm really at peace right now? I mean, the world is, the things around me cool. Nothing is stressing me out. I'm able to go to the park, get some sunlight, watch the sunrise, put my feet in the ocean. Like, when is the last time you truly felt peaceful doing something that you actually love? Go hiking or, one thing that you wish you could escape. Financial stress. Facts. And a lot of times the stress is related to finances, especially in this economy with the gas prices going up, the groceries going up, AI taking the jobs, the government being psychopathic, lunatics. I'm sorry, not sorry. It's a lot. So financially, things can feel pretty heavy. Okay. And that's for me too. Entrepreneurship comes, especially with dentistry, it comes with overhead. Overhead is no joke. Because with dentistry, you need a lot of supplies. You need gloves. You need supplies to fix teeth. You need x-rays. And everything's subscription now. A lot of things are subscription now. So it comes with a lot of overhead. You need staff. You need a team. You need lights. You need blah, 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 blah. You get it. Right? It's just hard starting over. It is so hard starting over. It's uncomfortable starting over. That is an understatement. It is hard starting over, but sometimes you have to plant a new seed because your new seed might be harder to start, but the old plan that you had was just not going to work. It wasn't going to produce any fruit. It's hard starting over. And many times you feel like you're starting over, but guess what? You're doing it again. You're trying it again with new experience, new knowledge, new intelligence, new analytics, new statistics, so you can make smarter decisions. I'm in a phase right now where it's kind of like I'm not really starting over. It can kind of feel like that, but I had to realize, oh, I'm never really starting over. I'm pivoting, adapting, adjusting to different situations that's going to elevate my life if I can see the vision for why I must take this step. And sometimes those be the hardest steps because it's much easier to stay comfortable and just stay in the easy phase where it's not. Is it harder starting over, or is it harder doing the same thing that you don't really enjoy or you don't like or that's stressful or producing stress? You feel me? Because I'm in a situation now where I could keep going. It could be just very successful if I keep going, but right now it could feel so stressful and not align with my spirit. Because once your spirit is aligned and you have peace and happiness, starting over won't feel so hard because you already know what you're seeking is peace and happiness. You know? That's just my 2 cents. Adjusting is the main focus. Facts. Adjusting has to be the main focus. Yesterday we talked about transforming, the transformation, how it's not a pretty process to transform, and a lot of people feel like, dang, I don't feel like transforming because it's too hard. But guess what? I learned this a long time ago. I always talk about my friend Nashira. She's a principal now, as she should be. Florida A&M grad, principal now in Florida. You know, she told me when we were working together, 2 employees at Econo Lodge in Tallahassee. I was a student at Florida State. She told me because I said, dang, I want to be a doctor, but it's too hard. One thing she said to me, and I always take the people around me, the wisdom that they give me, because I didn't have parents in the house, so I got to get wisdom as it comes to me. Whenever it comes to me from a wise mind, I need to take it. Put it in my little toolkit and remember this forever so I can share it with someone else, or just remember it when I'm thinking that something is too hard. She said, anything that's worth having is not going to be easy. So then I knew that if I wanted to achieve a doctoral degree, I should expect that it won't be easy. Because if I expect that it's going to be easy to transform and readjust my life and get in alignment, you feel me? Then I'm going to fail. I might fail because my expectations are out of alignment. But when you go in knowing what you want and you ready to transform and you already know, dang, I'm going to be uncomfortable doing this process, guess what? Mentally, you should prepare yourself for that and just do it. Especially if it's going to get you less stress in the future and more happiness and peace, I'm all for it. Sometimes that means letting go a lot of responsibilities. You know? Like for me, I have to pivot and readjust, and I don't know, I'm in a season because I'm in New York right now. I'm kind of out of my element in New York. I need the sun, and it's always raining and snowing. So I'm out of my element. Adjusting is the main focus. I'm in alignment, but it's still hard. That's how it comes to me. Yes, even when you're in alignment, it can still be so hard, and that's okay. But one day, what you're going through is going to pay off. As long as you are in alignment and you're going in the direction towards your vision, that's okay. You know, you got to trust the process. There's no other way to do but to trust the process. I feel like I was out of alignment and now I'm refocusing and getting myself back into alignment. But to do that is so hard. And even when I get back focused on this vision that I have in front of me, it's still going to be a challenge. And that's okay as long as we're not staying comfortable in stressful situations. That's why we named this normalizing stress, because a lot of people normalize stress because they fear that something else that they want to do, or if they want to elevate to the next level, it's going to be hard, you know? they'll say, I'd rather just stress versus taking the route that could be harder. All right. So let's talk about. Thank you for tapping the hearts, guys. Our goal is 1K hearts on TikTok. So the more you tap, the more people can find the Hood to Hooded community and positivity, inspiration, knowledge to keep us motivated and growing. I'm in Clinton. What's going on, Clinton? I've never been there. You're not too far from me. A couple hours. I'm looking up Clinton, Maryland. So you're near Washington, D.C., Prince George's County. Ah. So I've been to D.C. I think I've been to that area. What's the weather like there in Maryland? My cousin told me I should move to D.C. Could you picture me in D.C.? I did try to go to Howard, though. I can't even lie. Howard denied me. They did. My first time applying to dental school, I got denied by every school. Even Meharry denied me. My first time applying, I could only afford to apply to like how many schools? Four, three, four schools. Because I was this broke little college student, and Howard was one of the schools that I really wanted to go to. Howard School of Dentistry. Even more than Meharry, I wanted to go to Howard. But I got in at Meharry, and then I fell in love with Meharry. So I don't think I really knew about Meharry until the dentist that I shadowed, um, he mentioned it to me, and I was like, Meharry? I had never heard of that. So it's all about your path that leads you to where you're supposed to be. But anywho, let's carry on, guys. So let's talk about let's talk about you know we already talked about dentistry and how that can be stressful. Just going from the beginning of dentistry to ownership to paperwork to always having to be on, that can be very, very stressful. It's terrible in DC. PG County is a little better. What's meant for you is for you. Facts, Miss Rainey. That's how I feel. If it's meant for me, it's gonna align with my spirit. That's why you can't stress about things, because if it's meant for you, stressing is not going to make it be meant for you more because you're stressing about it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it made sense to me in my head when I just said it. But like, if it's meant for you, it's gonna be attracted to you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So stressing is just making the process to get there just unnecessary. People had expectations of me that I didn't have for myself. Good or bad expectations? It's always a little iffy when people have expectations of you, especially if you know their expectations for you. Maybe that for their good, but not mine. What? I've struggled for so long that all I can do is go up. Facts. That's how I feel. Y'all not hearing me. That's how I feel. From hood to hood, I still feel like, as an entrepreneur dentist, I'm still like in a struggle, like with bills and overhead and this and that. That's why I have to pivot and regroup and refocus, because you can struggle and stress for so long that it can feel normal when it's not, and when you deserve peace. And a lot of times, 75% of this is set up by the government, history, but many times it's set up by being in generationally cursed families. Other times it's set up by not having financial literacy because they don't really teach it in school. Other times it's set up by that's just how life is. Sometimes you can do everything perfect and something happen and you know stress is involved in your life and then you can't ever get rid of it. So we have to learn how to de-stress, get more peace, find happiness, and not really allow pressure to make us fall down mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people have fell down mentally and it's hard to pick yourself back up. But if you know that you're not alone, that you're not the only one dealing with this, then you know that you're going to be okay. You feel me? Heal overall. I like that. The only way I can go is up. When you fall down to the lowest of the lowest and you feeling like the bare minimum that you could ever feel, you gotta know that the next step is up. That's why I always reference them guys on the poster digging for diamonds. Some people have been digging and digging and going and trying and struggling and stressing for so long. When it's finally time for their breakthrough, they tap out or they give up or they turn around or they don't have enough energy when you just gotta keep going and it's like one more attempt and boom, everything you work for, all the diamonds, your happiness, your peace, whatever that is to you, your vision that you have for your future self comes to life. It comes to fruition. Healing is a lifelong process. Facts. Healing is a lifelong process. Learning is a lifelong process. You know, staying in alignment with your peace and happiness is a lifelong process. It truly is a lifelong process. And I always tell people, especially, that is true. I didn't mean to put that one. I meant to put the clout one. But I had to tell people healing is a lifelong process because
built different.
I'm built different. When I was just a little girl, 8 years old, waking up to news that my mom is no longer on the earth, that broke something in me that I thought would never heal. Do you hear me? Would never heal. And I still think it hasn't fully healed, but it's healed to the point where I can talk about it without crying. I can encourage other people who are going through it. I can kind of hold my head up high during difficult times and not allow it to just kill my whole vision because I'm so sad. I'm missing my mom. You know, you have a lot of knowledge. Thank you. I think I have enough to get me by. But I need a lot more, but thank you. That part, I'm sure she's proud of you, Doc. Yes, I know she's proud of my queen right here. I keep her close, you know. I keep her close, very, very close. But yeah, healing is a lifelong process, guys. I still will sometimes probably cry. Probably not like as a little girl 100 times a year. Then as an adult, it maybe went to 75 times a year. Dental school, 50 times a year. I don't know. Now it's maybe like 5, 10 times a year. Nothing like a mother's love. Fact. She did a good job with you. Yes, she did. She was truly an inspiration. 14-year-old mom having a baby and encouraging me to be a doctor. Yeah, she did that. Like you said, clock that T. She did that. She did that.
Very demure, very mindful.
Very. All right. So, what else can cause us to be so attached to stress all the time? Okay? Because a lot of people got careers and they lose themselves. I like the vibes here. Wow, what a story. She was so young. Yeah, she was 14 years old, having a baby in the projects. That's why it's called From Hood to Hooded. Past trauma, yes, the brain reminds us. That's why it's From Hood to Hooded. It's a real life journey. It's a miracle that I sit here before you in New York City, all the way from Tallahassee, Florida, as a doctor of dental surgery in my own dental practice. Struggling, wishing I could call my mama all the time, but I can't. You know, but it's gonna be okay because some other little girl is sitting and she like, you know what, Dr. Sean, you right. I might be going through a lot, but I can do this. I got this. Keep up the good work. Absolutely. All right. So let's talk about the physical signs when you have too much stress, guys. What are the physical signs when you have too much stress in your life? What are they? Can anybody put it in the chat? What's going to be the physical signs where you have too much stress?
Bruh.
What is it?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that? What does it mean?
Oh, hell no, man. What the?
Okay. Isolation and brain rot. That could mean you have too much stress, stagnation, and chronic pain. Yes, when you isolate yourself, facts. When your brain just sitting and you're not using it, growing it, facts. Being stagnant, stuck, like you a tree, facts. Pain, yes. People don't know that stress is related to your body. Fatigue, facts. You guys are very intelligent. These are all physical signs that you have too much stress in your life. And you have to do whatever you can to get rid of it.
Not around here, partner.
We're not playing that.
Not around here.
Not around here. No. Not around here.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
You're playing yourself. Staying attached to this life where stress feels normal. Okay? So let's go down the list because y'all mentioned a lot of things that are on the list of physical signs when you have too much stress. Keep it far away from me. Facts. Keep it far away from me, please. Okay?
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Life be lifing. I need me. Facts. When something starts to raise your blood pressure, it's stressing you out. I get
That's suspicious.
I be like, that's suspicious. I gotta let this go. You're not finna stress me out.
That's weird.
That's weird. It's stressing me out. It's weird for me to keep doing this. It's weird at this point, right? If you're getting headaches, your jaw is clenching, that's related to dentistry. A lot of people grind their teeth. They call it bruxism. Peace of mind is priceless. Facts. The goal is always peace, happiness, and then your vision for yourself. Good morning. I'm Jerry from Brooklyn. Hey, Brooklyn in the house. That's my third home. First is Tallahassee, then Nashville, then Brooklyn. I took care of so many people at the Brooklyn Hospital Center during my GPR. So Brooklyn is forever in my heart. Forever in my heart, Brooklyn. Hey. Hey. Poor sleep. Emotional eating. Yes, you eating too much. That could be related to stressing. Because eating feels good. It's going to release all the hormones that make you feel good. It's unhealthy as hell, but, it's a sign of stress. Someone said it in the chat. Fatigue. Feeling tired all the time because your brain just tired. That's a sign of stress. You're working harder and harder. And it's like, dang, why I'm so tired? Because you stress out. That's me right now. I'm sending you positive vibes. I'm sending you, good energy. Hoping that you can just relax and detach yourself from all the things that's stressing you right now. Emotional eating. I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to not be emotional and eat during these times, but it's kind of hard because listen, when I emotional eat, I got me a little. This is bad. Brush your teeth, of course. Floss your teeth, but I got me a little Hershey's almond right here because it's just one of them days. Like, but this is a sign of stress. It's not good, right? Fatigue, irritability. When you just irritated, you like, don't nobody talk to me. Don't nobody bother me. Like, out of my face, please. You just like, I don't want to talk. Leave me alone. You got an attitude with everybody.
Just need a day between every day to recover from day before, just so I can prepare for the day coming. Guys,
I just did a day in between the day. Strolling addiction. We did a whole live on distractions talking about strolling, how, now our attention span is about 3 seconds. This can lead you to be stressed out because you can't even focus on one thing. You addicted to strolling. And they compare an addiction to strolling and how the algorithms is set up to being addicted to gambling. But you're not making no money from it unless you a creator or something. But still, you risk the chance of getting addicted to just strolling and absorbing all of these energies. That can lead you to be stressed out emotionally. I keep my attitude in check for the most part. That's very good. Some people don't keep their attitude in check. They get stressed out, so they take their stress out on other people. And that is so not good. That's when you know you need a break. You really need to go sit on the beach, just lay in the sun. Don't care if the boss get mad. Don't care. Just take you a break. It's time to relax. You deserve peace before have something more drastic happen in your life. Tension in your shoulders. If you feel like really tense in the shoulders and your body and your muscles are like achy, you're probably stressed out. That's exactly what I need. Listen, I told you I need a month on the beach in Turks and Caicos. I don't want a calendar or no phone. I want to just lay there, go to sleep, be lazy, eat good, healthy food, and just let my melanin just absorb the sun, go in the water. You know, just like island vibes. The island vibe versus the mainland vibes is very different. Here we are used to exhaustion. We on a calendar. We on a schedule. We gotta do this at this time. Everything just da da da. You gotta pay this bill. You gotta do this. It's just too damn much. Right? If you having digestive system problems, ulcers, things like that, you could be stressed out. You're not motivated. You got a lack of motivation. You don't feel like doing nothing. Now, when I talk about, I have to put some dentistry in here. So the lack of motivation in dentistry often shows as people who stop brushing their teeth. They just stop. You don't know how many people say, dang, I lost somebody in my family, or my dog died, or, some illness came over me, or some financial issues. It could be so many reasons why people would just stop brushing their teeth. They'll be like, it's not the first thing on their mind. Taking care of the teeth, brushing, flossing. No, when you get stressed, one sign is that you stop taking care of your teeth. Look in the mirror. If you haven't brushed your teeth, this is probably a sign you've been stressed. You're working too hard because the teeth taking care of your teeth is taking care of you. This is self-care. The easiest form of self-care that people turn into something that is just too much because they stressed out. They got to go to work. They can't even brush their teeth. I want to just go and let it all go and enjoy myself. Listen, facts. Give me, Turks and Caicos for a month or longer. Let me work from the beach, do some trading or something. So, even if it's for a year, I want to stay there. Give me a margarita, some fresh seafood from the ocean, just yoga on the beach, just lazy vibes. Just for even a month. Do you know what that would do? And a lot of times you have to meditate and go to that place just for 10 minutes. You might can't go there all the time, or you can't go there for a month. But even if you go there for 10 minutes in your head, that's going to help you out, right? I just want to go and let it all go and enjoy myself. I'm feeling that. Thank y'all for tapping the hearts. So tension in your shoulders, maybe you need a massage. And one thing that I love is like yoga. Because yoga releases all of the tension so you can sleep better. People really underestimate the power of just moving your body in different positions that it wouldn't normally be. So your body is like, oh, this is new. Oh, this is releasing some type of tension here. But if you have that tension in your shoulders, you're all tight, this could be a sign of stress. You're doing too much for other people and not doing enough for yourself. You're not taking care of yourself. Brain fog. Someone mentioned that in the chat as well. So W chat. W chat. Brain fog. That's a big one.
I don't know.
You be like, I don't know. You got brain fog. This is a sign that you have too much stress. Your body is gonna whisper, hey, something is stressing me out before it screams at you. This is when it screams, this means you're either having a stroke, you having a heart attack, you having something that is a silent killer because you didn't recognize you was so stressed out that your blood pressure was high. Because a lot of times you have these physical signs that you're stressed. The headaches, the clenching jaw, the poor sleep, the emotional eating, the fatigue, the irritability, the strolling addiction. Oh, that's so bad. Tension in your body and your shoulders, problems with your digestive system, the lack of motivation, brain fog. But what about the silent killers like heart disease? When you can have a stroke or you can have a heart attack and you won't even know that you even in the range to do it because your blood pressure is so high, you can't feel it. You don't really go to the doctor. You're just going to work. You don't really check your blood pressure at home. You're just going to work, or you just doing stressful things that really got you out of whack, and you have forgotten about keeping your health in a peaceful state. Regardless of all these things you attach to your life, this bill, that bill, this, that, da 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 da. What about you? You deserve peace. Okay? So let's go over a stress reset method that can help us relax every single day. You don't gotta have a lot of money to do it. You don't gotta have a lot of money to do it.
Take that, depression.
Yeah, take that, depression. You don't have to have so many resources to de-stress. The first thing that we all can do is morning silence before you pick up your phone. I've been checked out. I'm okay in that aspect. Okay. Morning silence before your phone. So stop letting the internet into your brain before you let your own thoughts like wake up in the morning. Before you wake up in the morning, it's like phone to the face, phone to the dome, notifications on, everything like for the rest of the day. You're like a zombie. So when you wake up, just do some stretching, drink some water. It's like, brush your teeth, wash your face, just look in the mirror and say some affirmations like, today's gonna be a great day. I'm gonna grow so much today. I'm beautiful. My vision is clear. I'm aligned with my purpose. And nothing can break me today. Before you get on that internet and allow all these energies to start consuming your time. Right? Number 2, drink water. Immediately after that, get some water in your body. You woke up, you've been asleep all night. If you got a good night's sleep, now you need to hydrate your body so you're not dehydrated and fatigued throughout the day. This is helping us de-stress, guys. These are things that don't really cost money. My birthday is today. I'm 45. Hey, happy birthday. Hey, happy birthday. That's what's up. 45. What are you going to do for your birthday? You know, I'm a fan of birthdays. I'm a fan of birthdays. Yeah, you already know what big birthday energy. Just relax until it gets warm. Hey. Got a birthday shout out, y'all. Say happy birthday in the chat to Big Bay 81. Shut the fuck up, it's my birthday. Turn the fuck up, it's my birthday. Pour another cup, it's my birthday. Looking good as fuck, it's my birthday. Hey, 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 hey. I get my way. Pop me, get out my face. Watch me, you know I ate. Shut the fuck up, it's my birthday. Turn the fuck up, it's my birthday. Hey, happy birthday. That's my song. STFU is my birthday. So that's why I say I love birthdays. So that's my song. STFU is my birthday. Turn up. All right. And to anybody else whose birthday today, turn up. All right, so back to our tips. Number 3, walk without music sometimes. Sometimes you don't need music. A lot of times it's very helpful to calm your spirit, but many times the silence works wonders. Just silence, no music, listen to the birds chirp and sing. Or if you buy some water, you can listen to the water. It's just so peaceful. Like, even the music sometimes can be disturbing to your peace. Sometimes. Alright. What else can we do? Become one with nature. Facts. Become one with nature. Facts. What else can we do? Clean those spaces. Yesterday we talked about tidying your space, how this can be so invigorating to your mind, just to your thought process, to your creativity, just cleanliness. How priceless that is. If you're in a messy environment, this can increase your mental stress. Deep breaths. Facts. Meditating, deep breaths, yoga, all these things can lower your blood pressure, help you become more in tune with yourself, keeping your space clean, keeping your desk clean, even at work, your car clean. How many people keep a junky car? Keeping your car clean can be inviting peace into your life. Right? Organizing your drawers. This can invite more peace into your life, help you de-stress, right? Simple things we're talking about here. Number 5, reduce constant noise. So constant noise looks like you're distracted by your phone, and when you're not on the phone, you gotta have the remote in your hand because you're on TV. And when you don't have the remote, you got the phone to your ear. You always gotta have some type of noise going on in your life, right? This is going to exploit your nervous system and lead to the fatigue that we talked about. That's me. Oh no! That's you! That's me. It used to be me, but I'm more like aware of it now. So I'll find myself like, dang, I have to put this down. You know what I mean? Like, I can't watch TV. Like, I'll put myself on a restriction like I'm my own parent. You know how parents be like, you can't watch no TV till the weekend because you know how it is when you growing up. So you kind of got to be your own parent in a sense. Like, I can't stroll all day because I'm not even doing what I'm supposed to do. Let me focus. The next thing is sunlight and nature. You mentioned that earlier. I have to work on that. Right. We all got things that we have to just work on to get closer to peace. The people who are at 100% peace, they probably like meditate all day. I don't know. They might have the light set up for that. A lot of us don't have that luxury. We are constantly bombarded by things that are stressful. And we live in a colonial society based on capitalism. It's inviting stress into your life, not peace. Unless you strategize, and you have to strategize. How can I decrease the stress? Right? Sunlight and nature. When you get sunlight, when you first wake up, 10 minutes when you first wake up can do wonders. Sunlight, going out in nature, going for a walk, this is going to reset your nervous system because you're breaking the pattern. When you get into the pattern and you're not like working out, you're just going to work, you're stressing out, you're going to school, you're not taking a break for yourself, that's you setting yourself up to be burnt the hell out. You're going to be burnt out. So just stop right now and don't play yourself. Please. I promise you matter more than you think you know. Well, that ain't the one I wanted to play. You matter more than you think you know. Okay? So don't play yourself. I have to come out of isolation. That's a big one because it can feel so comfortable, like in your own space, feeling isolated. People don't bother you. You got trolls on the internet, but you got also trolls in real life. It feels safe when you're isolated, and I totally understand that. Like being kind of like an introvert, isolated. It feels like peaceful like that sometimes. But if it's not peaceful and you don't want to be isolated, which I don't, you know, that's a little tricky. You know? But I definitely understand, like, it can be hard getting out into the world. But taking those walks in nature, seeing other people without being, like, super close, this can get you out of isolation. So you're, like, in a park just chilling out, looking at the birds, you know, talking to the very, very, very close people in your life. Maybe having a little picnic, you know, slowly ease out of isolation. Right? Stop comparing your timelines to other people. Comparing yourself to other people is going to cause you emotional bankruptcy. I can't feel others' energy. I'm an introvert. And that's okay. Like, be careful of absorbing other people's energy. Anyways, it's okay if you're an introvert. You know, you got to trust your spirit. And you'll know when you come across the energies that are good and the energies that are like, you know, that don't align. So you don't have to be even worried about that. Just take it a day at a time. Be you. You know what I mean? Be you. As long as you are aligning yourself with peace and happiness, if that makes you peaceful and happy, then be you. Do you. I'm very cautious about people's energies myself. And I don't trust other people's energies all the time. And that's okay. That's having discernment. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very like, are you good or are you not good? Because what you're not going to do is bring your negativity my way.
Not around here, partner. Not around here.
Not around here.
Not around here.
I will trust you. All right. So, what else? Sleep is productivity. I showed y'all the book yesterday, Sleep for Success. That book is kind of thick, right? That part. So when you get enough sleep, this is healing your body in so many ways. So some people are working off the lack of sleep. Some people feel like they don't need no sleep. When we were younger, in my teenage years, we was team no sleep. All we wanted to do was go to the club. Me, I had to balance the club life and the school life, but I was like, oh, I'm about that club life. From Monday to, I wasn't about the club life completely, but I wanted to be. So sometimes I made time for it, you know. But if you just going hard and you like team no sleep, this is no good. This is no good when you part of team no sleep. When I was at that same job I was telling y'all about earlier at Econo Lodge in Tally as a receptionist, I was team no sleep. We could go to school all week. Well, I could go to school all week. And then on Saturdays, we would be like, hey, we're going to this club called Mount Zion. Now, Mount Zion, they don't have this no more in Tally because they don't know how to behave. And it's a lot of violence going on. But they used to have this club called Mount Zion. It used to be like a little rinky-dink hole in the wall, but the DJ was on point. I don't know who the DJ was, but we had to be about... I started going to Mount Zion when I was like 16, 17, teen nights, then 18, 19. This is a spot, but Mount Zion closed at 4 a.m., y'all. And we would stay till 4 a.m., but before I went to Mount Zion, I had to study, do all my papers and stuff, so I would tell my sister, she's no longer here right now. She is resting peacefully, but she'd be like, we going out, Tyrio? Because she called me Tyrio. And I was like, yeah, I got to do my work first. I got to study first. I would do my work. I try to get all my work done that day. And that night, we at Mount Zion. Or we at the club until 4 a.m. Then I got to be to work at 7 a.m. So that's what I mean. I was team no sleep. Club until 4 a.m. Gonna get an hour or two of sleep. Work at 7 a.m. Yeah. That's the young Dr. Sean. That's the college Dr. Sean. So then I didn't realize that, dang, I guess when you're younger, you just got more energy. When you get older, listen, you do not play about your sleep. Now sleep is like a goal line. It's like I need my sleep to be productive. I need my 8 hours or my 6 hours minimum. Sometimes if I have something important going on, like a test that I have coming up, I probably will have to sacrifice sleep to pass the test. Understand that part. Even in dental school, you got to be a part of team no sleep a lot of the times. Many times you're going to sleep at the dental school because your test is at 8 and you don't want to oversleep and you don't want to not study all night. So you got to study all night and sleep basically where you having the test at, so you make sure you don't miss the test. You're going to sleep where the test at and study where the test at. So when the test come, you're not home in the bed. This is dental school thinking. You feel me? But anywho, sleep is productivity, so make sure you get your sleep. Moral of the story. I just told y'all some extreme cases where it's like you got to be a part of team no sleep, but most of the time be a part of team sleep. You feel me? All right, so let's talk about a psychological reorganization. This is when we're reorganizing our mind to detach from stressful things. So stop attaching your worth to income. Your worth should not be attached to income. Income is great, but don't attach your worth, who you are as a person, to income. Because even when I was a broke student who didn't have any money in, I thought I was very much worth everything. I thought I was worth it. I probably didn't truly believe it, but at that point I had to kind of believe it because it led me to a different place, a different path in life, right? Stop trying to impress people. Now that's a big one. When you stop trying to impress people, I don't care who they are, and you just try to impress yourself, psychologically, this is going to help you de-stress because now you're not worrying about if this person, gonna like this, what you doing, or what you wearing, or what you have, or you trying to, no. You don't have no one to impress but yourself. When you stop trying to impress people, half of the stress just disappear because I have nothing to prove to you. Even now when people come to me with negativity and they try to be like, oh, I don't even get involved with the negativity because I don't have to impress you or prove nothing to you. Think what you want to think. If you talk about me behind my back, it's like I don't even want to know what you said because I don't even care. You know, I don't care. Do you? I have to impress you. So stop trying to impress people. I had that problem a long time ago. Facts. Facts. Right? What else? Stop carrying old guilt around. Don't carry old guilt around. Leave it in the past. Stop doom predicting your future. This means being pessimistic about your future. I talk to so many people who are pessimistic about their future because the moment that they're going through is a negative moment, so they attach this to their whole future. No, this is just right now you going through this. Stop making the struggle your identity. Just getting over my past. And that's awesome. That's a hard thing to do, is to get over your past. Some people never get over their past, and they live with a life full of guilt, with a life full of negativity, with a life full of hate, with a life full of I hate this person, I did it. You know, they let that control their whole future. So stop identifying with struggling. Another thing is we have to protect our energy with boundaries. Now, you mentioned being an introvert, isolating yourself sometimes. Sometimes the word is really setting boundaries for yourself, because you know what energies you don't want to mix with, and you know that you're protecting your energy, so you need boundaries, right? I need boundaries. I know, you the type of person gonna disrupt my energy. Yeah, I gotta set boundaries with you because, yeah, you can mess up everything I got going. Now I gotta start over.
Hell no, man. What the?
Yeah, no. No. No thanks. It's like, you say you around here for good, but, on that part of the journey, I mastered saying no. Yes! You have to master saying no, and sometimes you can feel bad, but no is one of the biggest things in your toolbox, because if you overextend yourself, or if you try to help somebody because you just feel so sorry for them when you can't even help yourself. A lot of people be trying to help people and they need help themselves, and it's like sometimes you just gotta say no. Hey man, no. Listen, no. Even if you can, sometimes you have to protect your energy because you don't want to become a crutch. A lot of times, if you are not learning how to fish and you just want somebody to buy fish for you, it's like, no, man, teach me how to fish. If you come like, hey, man, teach me how to fish, that's a different energy than, hey, man, you went fishing, give me some of your fish. Like, it's like, man, I could teach you how to fish, all that, show you the list, what you need, help you get it. Then you can get your own fish. You feel me? So, from today forward, we think of peace as a form of wealth. All right, guys? So, peace is a form of wealth. Remember that. So, before I get off of here, because I do have to get off of here, building a peaceful day routine. So, this is a day routine that you could do to get you closer to peace. If you're going through something that's stressing you out, you can't really take a month-long vacation like I dream of all the time to Turks and Caicos, and sit on the beach all day, right? This is something that you could do. You could wake up, take a shower, look in the mirror, give yourself so much gratitude. Go drink some water, very nice and slow, very slow, right? Go out and look at the sun rise or the sunset, or even if it's a cloudy day, just listen to the rain. We're not going to make it an issue regardless of the weather. And then you're going to go and do some stretching, some yoga, some Pilates. You can pull this up on YouTube. Just do some light movements. You remember jumping jacks, touch your toes, things like this. Just stretch, right? And then you're going to do some focus work, meaning you're going to work on a project that you have from your brain, a creative project. And if you just don't have anything from your brain, maybe go read a book. Go do something focused, like a project you have on your to-do list. Just go focus on that and do it. A focus work session means like for an hour. It's going to be kind of hard, but just try it. Then take breaks. Don't do any strolling. Try your best to not stroll your phone. Facebook is going to be there. All these apps are going to be there, I promise. So don't do so much strolling. Just have a time when you can, do a little strolling if you got a business. And then in the evening, have a reset. Maybe take another shower. Have a nice, healthy dinner that you might cook, or maybe you order out. I don't know. Maybe you cook it. I don't know what your budget is, but whatever's more peaceful, right? And then by the nighttime, journal your day. Just journal your day, your thoughts. If you thought of some creative ideas, just write it down. You ain't got to have a journal, just a piece of paper, or you can even put it on your phone. They have journal apps. There's no excuse, guys. And then at the end of the night, you want to just stretch. And I should have mentioned brushing your teeth, flossing your teeth somewhere in here. But, you want to stretch and then get to sleep at a decent time. Now, this is going to heal your spirit. Notice I didn't mention strolling, going to do this. No, this is a peaceful thing that you could do as part of a daily routine, but also as part of a routine where you just need to relax for a second, So the routine that you're doing right now is either healing you, is healing your stress, or it is feeding your stress. It's healing your stress, meaning that the routine that you're doing is kind of taking your stress away, or it's just going to pile it on until you get burned out, exhausted, anxiety. Now your health is impacted. You're presenting with physical signs, and you're in burnout season. We want to rebuke that. I'm going to try that. That is so awesome. We should all try some of these things because they're easy to do. I wouldn't say easy, but simple if you do them, right? So we rebuilding the life that we want. Remember, you don't have to solve your whole life tonight. You don't need $1 million today. You don't need every answer today. You don't need all your vision to come true today, but you do need peace to make it happen. Okay, guys, so make sure you protect your mind, protect your energy, protect your spirit. Stop normalizing stress like it's some requirement for you to be an adult. I really hate that part. They make it once you become adult, that's automatic stress. I don't really like that because that's not true. That's only true for people who want you to be in a capitalistic society, who want you to work like a slave forever. So they say, oh, that's normal for you to stress. And it's not normal. It's absolutely not normal. Right? One step at a time. Facts. Some of us are one healthy routine away from feeling like ourselves again. And if nobody told you, regardless of what you're going through today, I'm so proud of us for still waking up every day, standing in the paint, rebuilding, staying focused, staying authentic, and setting those boundaries and protecting our energy. Okay? So that's the end of this podcast. And I will see you guys in the next video. I gotta go and get ready for a busy day. Exercise. I have to get back. Same. It's a daily process, Every day you just gotta get better and better and better. That's it. So I will see you guys on the next episode of the Hood's Hooded podcast. Make sure you guys are following, liking, subscribing. If you miss any episodes, they are always on my YouTube channel, Dr. Sean TV. The link is in the bio. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, Big Bay 81. I really enjoyed you. Thank you for being my number one heart pumper. Thank you, Love Loves Me, for pumping the hearts. Let's see how many hearts we got. Whoa, y'all show out. 16.5K? What? Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. So if you're following me, I will see you all sometime very, very soon. I'm trying to do better with my consistency, but I've been failing that challenge for a whole year. So just pray for me when it comes to that. All right.